man for smaba. We are supposed to be true, say. But we are can naipe. Because when you're 41%, then I can naipe. Yes, well, when you're 50 plus. Now, Saturday can be a second first, NDC will be 56. And then I said this over your campaign. Then it's uncle for a running yamipa. It's about me and Kofu within a chin. They say, "Quite about to soon as a corner so could lose one." The next coming 4 years, just said, "Numbers win and I don't walk. Would you be cocaine?" Hey, we are sepa. Anyway, you mama some one will be a conny good tea. Yeah, but to us.
Franko, I say, okay, Dr. Bawumia say, I can't naipe.
What is someone catch it?
2020.
Someone don't we
Okay, I can't naipe. Also, yeah, I can't 9%, but only 50 plus 1 the ID president. Yes, I'm Franko. Franko,
what because I said, yes, I can't naipe. You're not a student of politics. Ghana elections don't TSC.
Are you saying Dr. Bawumia is still playing for?
Just what I make us say. My who's a man for their t-shirts, and I can't naipe. I look into their faces, then I laugh.
So I can't naipe in your physical.
What can I know? I say,
I can't 9% pay the social 20.
No, 9% I get one.
So 41 the a war a chain.
You probably because I said, Bias not full politics. Anytime you are going for election, you start from zero.
Your former fragment, Dr. Bawumia said, you're 41%.
Hold it right there. The last election, before any internal election, some Mahamudu Bawumia said 61. 61. Can Mahamudu Bawumia still tell them was 61%? Then he stopped doing campaign, managing a campaign. Because MPP for a 50 plus 1. If by that acknowledging and assumption I understand now, correct. Why is he doing campaign? And Mahamudu Bawumia also have that courage aspect to come on the podium and says, I can't pay.
I nearly got 42%.
I can't pay. Uncle Mr. Akuffo. Akuffo nearly became the president of the Republic of Ghana in 2008. Now 9% can say for. I also told you can 9%, and I'm going to say for. As I told 9% or can I say for. Me say 1% bear 188,000.
Per Bawumia calculation.
What's that?
Per Bawumia circumstance.
1.7 million divided by 9.
188,000.
And to move back 1% to be 188,000. What are you telling me? Because some more trouble in MPP NDC 17,000.
Yeah.
To be now floating vote kakado atwabade. I must say pick it from 49.6 from Kofi Asare. And it cost 60.6.
I'm sure even percentage in a history, apart from 92, the first time a candidate be any 60%.
I must say, now look at this. I must say how to break the machine unprecedented through 2000.
Yeah.
Unprecedented machine, breaking machine. You know the votes gap 5,528. 5,528 between or no any Babajama. The NPP did one thing that was more serious and more damning before the 2020 election. They went after Amasi.
Abusiafo na hefe mamu nyina makwaba e de ba channel so I say a solid TV bidin e de Shaibu Lasisi message say Jibre ne ya transfer de enkomo bibiri e ofia Franko the hitter at transfer ne enkomo a ye ba be hwere is about MPP akwatia asan akwa femfram Dr. Alhaji Mahamudu Bawumia say aka 9 pe 9 no ye kwa akofa e de afirin fa na aba na MPP defeat in the Kwatia constituency no. Is it a sign actually say MP beat my bounce back in 2028? And now say Yenchen Kakra. A business said the current national executive of New Patriotic Party no. We have how more conduct our party no. No more call by elections be 50-50 be no omodi nchoni die. Anka yen dynasty no. I was here done and I say, yeah, my crew. Message also subscribe to the Solid TV channel, subscribe. Never notification buttons. I can also share link or comments. And here, I can also like a page. Make sure I'm about me back. Make quack my Franko. Franko the hater.
Shaibu Lasisi.
Franko the hater.
My brother.
Now, who ye?
Nyame adom is also who ye.
Good.
Brand woman kakraba to
belated happy birthday to you.
Mantunka. Pam. You know, I mean, we dear. Wait, dear,
belated happy birthday.
Thank you, my brother.
But your birthday could have been completed if the MPP had won Akwatia.
Oh, Lasisi. I tell you, I'm a journalist. I'm not aligned to any political party.
Okay.
Any political party be any chakabia. And I wasn't surprised how I knew the MPP would lose.
How? See,
I knew the MPP would lose. That seat, my catch them. That seat, you know. Robert catch us say MPP for seat, but the person is not looking at the data. Open seat back where you swing seater. Seat back where obi main catch us say wait there is the quartier seat. From 92 ban, it is extremely difficult for one party to even break the 8 over there.
Okay, we can have.
Weba. So if you look at a quartier hona, Timer and the school, I knew that it was going to be extremely difficult for the MPP to capture the seat. Do you know why?
No.
When you are going for general elections, a God for us or each one for himself.
Yeah.
Now, if you look at say now Azor can masa who been talking ACC we sanke two about the general elections, Azor come will not even go there.
Yeah.
Who will be so calling that Kuku Salif for 11 so the Moko. Who say Justin could be our who say we come say the Quack campaign one do you know why? Because we'll be when the constituent you come fast away now winning. But this time it's a by-election. By-election there, big men and people are okay, very influential. They try to go there and do campaigning. All the attention will be there. This by-election, the IGP will produce about 5,500 police personnel. Yeah. Now can see a call for general elections or deeper 5,500. So it tells you that if you look at the general elections, God for us or each one for himself. But quarter by-election, let's see. Me, was it Austin and I will be a minute? Now make a chance. I see the NPP losing that kind of seat.
But Franko, I say, of late, any by-election be 50-50
yes. Yes.
Apart from Kumawu and Nedia, just a break a crack. But here I send off any Aquatia, make it 50-50. Say a swinger, why none of the constituency was able to swing to our side?
Now if you look at especially I say not,
yeah.
Nipana 75. They're not 75. Now people had a lot of sympathy for him.
Okay.
Jechikwesi. And Jechikwesi in timer, His Excellency John Dramani Mama Hokokoye campaign, he made a certain kind of statement. Ekachom say, Bra papa ni bring Akuffo nintia. Because he want to be the kind of Messiah or Savior and Master assign of for. Now, if you look at Jechikwesi, do baby, you need court to free court from as early as 10 a.m. Now, you do not talk to the dinner, no, Kwako Pimo, I say no. Oh, call you nipa because because we are talking about dual citizens. Yeah. Yes, you remember one of papa we are yeah. I said we want to put him to a tight corner. Now, if you look at a single by election, the NPP was in power. When first some conduct your money no be a see no be say the NPP no me ready. So I'm call in by election. And I can give you a series of examples. They kind. Obasan this one. I want Alan Kodo chairman Tijina or Kasa. All Casa Mokatels won't check Casa and Mahamudu Bawumia about microphone definition. As a political pandit, Tamana Bawumia Bano, comment me enough for actually, I'm about Bawumia podium so. A group of a so to Mahamudu Bawumia and Mubaba Casa. And Bana Urbano, they means Alan Kodo chairman and big men in the party don't recognize them.
Yeah.
I want to cook for the Quacoso, a brand tenancy. A casa won't trouble for money per danger in BR. Yes, or what did will be your Chasopoku. And I damn tell women, you are doing campaign against your own candidate. Campaign against your own candidate. And also it went against the New Patriotic Party. Andrew Baby, the person who was the IGP and at that moment trying to protect lives and property, already did Eric George Akuffo Dampare. Because he couldn't control to the tactics and information of the MPP, they had issues with him. Yeah. Opa Boanya problem on is in relation to the Arsenal by election.
Because General Secretary can say, as a more book MPP.
Thank you. Or Katom say if a man try, say if you look at elections now, you can road back you even breach one. Was it one man may party to he came to work. He came to work for the ordinary Ghanaian. And if you look at the course was sent offer, it was going to be extremely difficult for the NPP to capture that seat. The question, whether they like it or not. John Mama told them, so and also about the man. No, Mama be the president. He is going to make him a minister. Today he's a deputy minister for foreign affairs.
But why you are talking about a sympathy vote? Why couldn't we have that sympathy vote in
Member? And if you look at issues like course, now Obi at the search as Opoko and when we see it. Now everybody who know the trend, will tell you say, if you look at this particular election, that means a guy will watch the trend. Many time for life on TV says that the NPP has lost the election in advance, and I'm going to explain to you. In 1992. We don't take this kind of election say it was a credible election. That 1992.
Maybe sure.
MPP 4G2 from That's why they call it a stolen verdict.
Yeah.
Omoje to say if you look at Kwan JJ Rawlings fast when you banner, it wasn't free and fair.
Because Agye say you go to presidential. If we are never to parliament, you to presidential
Yes.
no can't you say, oh, to my MPP no about you because in parliament.
And you know, people had issues with the roadmap and the conduct of JJ Rawlings in the 1992 elections. 1996, yeah.
I say Osuma will be say, Uncle Pui and Fanny electoral commissioner. That's
an okay.
I am book. I am said 20 or so coin or coins or corner after Janzo to Oberwinsa. I know, yes,
okay, this thing I want to get time and read about because how can you go for someone maybe might not know, whereby might not even have statistics background and you make him an easy boss?
But also after Janzo, but look at it.
Oh, you did well, and men make it, but we
will say, like said, yes, some by be a win, son, yes, so be inside. If you all call, if you be as because people are be our more government workers, technical be our more lunch, our be a cancer bar, no be and yet the normal one take blue kiosk in hair.
Last in 1996.
Okay.
Now, if you look at the general elections and parliamentary elections,
yeah.
Now JJ Rawlings won the elections for the NDC.
Yeah.
Now, if you look at the new
patriotic, not the second
yes, the new patriotic party in Nakotia,
yeah.
And if you look at the NDC performance rate in terms of parliamentary elections, Alhaji Muhammad Zuria for the NDC, only 17,900.
Okay.
17,900. Dr. Kwame Chebafo of the new patriotic party in 8,575.
Hey.
Now, if you look at the vote difference at the margin, now you're 9,325.
Okay.
So the first time you are going for a general election, parliamentary election, whereby you see the NPP wrestle power with the NDC.
Yeah.
But if you look at the gap between the NPP and the NDC, 9,325.
That's so.
Even in 1996 election, they don't know what I said, and you bien Shadam
Madrid. Satam Rawlings. Seba say, what call heaven, now call Macaba.
Now, if you look at the 2000 elections, the new patriotic party have to change their candidate.
Okay.
And yet, Dr. Kwame Chebafo in the Bible, they brought a certain called Kingston Akumian Kisi.
Okay.
Kingston Akumian Kisi. Ono. Now, if you look at this particular man, only Alhaji AY Amankwane Koko pray. So this time around, Alhaji Muhammad is not coming back into the picture.
Okay.
Two new people, fresh faces, ahead of the 2000 elections. Now, Kingston Akumian Kisi for the new patriotic party, and you have 15,433, representing 53.6.
Okay.
Now, if you look at the NDC, Alhaji AY Amankwane 12,803.
Okay.
Now, if you look at the margin votes, 2,680.
Okay.
Now, rejected votes, 614.
Okay.
Now, look at this. This particular man, Anna Didi Kingston, was able to appreciate his vote close to 7,000.
7,000. And I mean, BTMP.
Yes. Though the NDC person did work, but in terms of percentage, we are dropping.
Yeah.
Because if you look at your friend say
17,000.
70. No, he even dropped.
Yeah,
17,000, about 12,000 and
85,000.
Thank you. Now, when it comes to the margin votes, a difference between the NPP and the NDC in the 2000 elections are now a 2,680. Rejected votes are 614. So, it tells you, now if you look at 1996, now the vote difference, 9,325. The vote difference in 2000, 2,680. Meaning Ghanaians are becoming more discerning and they are looking at the voting party. Now, in 2004, the new patriotic party still maintained Kingston Akumian Kisi, only 17,159, representing 50.8.
Okay.
Surprisingly, the NDC dropped Alhaji AY Amankwa. Omo dropping, the next person they brought him to wrestle power against the NPP and against what friend Kingston is our old man, Baba Jama. And yes, Baba Jama. Baba Jama has 16,086.
Okay.
87. Now look at this. If you look at Kingston, on your 53.6.
Yeah.
Now he has dropped to 50.8. Baba Jama have to appreciate the percentage to 47.6. Now look at the voice difference. Rejected. I have 586. Now valid votes almost to Abano. I have 33,783. Margin vote 8,072. It's telling you something. It started from 9,325. Now it has come to 2,680. Now 1,072.
Oh, drop.
It is depreciated. Anytime you could say a close. Whereby a man 40 about one say people can feel entire development and just say it, you know. Now voice it keeps on depreciating. Yeah. Now, Shabla Sisi, this is the 2004. Now, let me take you to the 2008. Okay. Do you know what I didn't see what Blekumanov? I'm a call for rerun. It is in 2008. Our Abi,
2008.
2008. I'm talking about 6 polling stations because of irregularities. They have to do rerun, re-election. Okay. Our 6 polling stations. Okay. And Baba Jama, at that material moment, I will say there be the NDC and Mama MBP and Mama make it the 8. My party is in power now. I can go all out and win the elections.
Yeah.
And I say,
call for a rerun.
Yes. So on August 18, 2009.
Yeah.
And I say, your rerun. That was 6 polling stations in Akwatia. Here, 12 years. Baba Jama, and 17,777. Okay. Representing 50.9. Now, Baba Jama Hana Onya 47.6 has appreciated the vote by 2.4%. 2.4%. Now, if you look at Kofi Asare, the NPP presents a new candidate. It's no more Kingston. No, a fresh candidate comes on board. Fresh candidate in your friend Kofi Asare. Okay. Onya 17,160. Okay. Representing 49.1%. Now, look at this. The margin between Baba Jama and Kofi Asare is 660.
From 5,000 to 2,000 to 2,000 and now 660.
So it tells you. So any 4 years that you could be you don't win the huge margin. You're too close and too tight. Too close and too tight because a man for about one say they want to feel entire development. Okay. Men papa nyam pipini, me ba me nyam pipini or mine who na made. Nipo ye come to make my year mama no. Say nipa ne. Now look at this Lasisi. Now look at 2012. Okay. The NDC still maintains Baba Jama. Yeah. The New Patriotic Party still maintains Kofi Asare. Yeah, Baba Jama, 19,811. Okay. 50.4. Here, Baba Jama drops by 0.05. Okay. Hane 50.09. Yeah. Now I drop it by 0.05. So it means that the popularity of Baba Jama is dropping. He cannot grip the constituency as his own. Now, if you look at Kofi Asare appreciated by 0.5. And Baba Jama then now 0.5 for in the 2008. Kofi Asare Agye Kennedy. And this one, Kofi Asare 19,517. Margin a 294. Wow. Jamaica say, what follow data no? What na sidia data no? You hear some people talking. Are they students of the game? Or when you are empirical research, have they done their readings, recommendations, and findings? Now, if you look at total valid votes, 39,328. Rejected is 640.
640 rejected. Such a vote difference.
Vote difference. In 2016, okay, John Dramani Mama wants to extend his term to the second term. The NPP says that the NDC has been in power for 8 years. We were going to delay the 8. We are not going to also allow you to break the 8. No. So, another constituency that there's a certain kind of tension. Now, surprisingly, the NPP had master snippet, they did it for them. Yeah. The NPP presented a candidate. So candidate na here can say on course school not.
Are they also hairdresser now?
Mercy Addo Jenfi. Okay. Din pa no ba man for friend Amase.
Hairdresser.
Yes.
Says one to bro.
Maybe when it comes to representation, when it comes to elections, it doesn't matter say what school. Okay. It doesn't matter. People look at what you can do and they will offer you the position. Yeah. Now NPP. Omotina see your movie be you know. Now, if you look at 2016, and Neskumi, and Mary Addo Jenfi corporate, and a Mary Addo Jenfi BT and Neskumi.
Hairdresser and BT.
Yes, what I mean by my class batch. So if you look at it, 2016, Mercy Addo Jenfi, 22,981.
Hey,
representing 60.6%.
Well, the team they got 20,000.
Yeah. Now, if you look at Baba Jama, Baba Jama was a deputy minister for information. That matter moment Baba Jama catch say dwan akase ayo
say NDC to odwan motherfucker ma obi a okwa say odwan president na ntwi fama.
That time a deputy information minister who was misleading the public. Secondly, why a minister in 2012 in 2009 about 2016 obi wa adwum so wo mo bia nkade bo ankade abonda and bia baba jama so nyan conducting hu ye. You see, politicians, if they want power, it's a different matter.
And when they get it,
if they get power, it's a different matter. So after winning power, maybe the actions and inactions and all trances be so affecting, and they are affecting you, then people decide there be me and this baby trouble and family. I must say, who is a known hairdresser, on kita PhD, and kita masters. Now on a Baba Jama have to drop from 50.4 to 39.4. As you see. 50.4 to 39.4. I must say, pick it from 49.6 from Kofi Asare. And it cost 60.6.
But sure, even in percentage, in a history, apart from 92, the first time a candidate be any 60%.
I must say, now look at this. I must say, how to break the machine. Unprecedented. Through 2000, unprecedented. Obubu machine, breaking machine. Do you know the votes gap? 5,528.
No,
5,528 between Ono and Baba Jama.
Wow.
So, Nipana uncle school. Nipana umunim no umunim so unimadiano. Nipana ebia almost one table for or call parliament won't mean Kenyans as Biano. She is loved by the people, not just by the people, but even the floating voters. Because some of them MPP NDC 17,000.
Yeah.
To be not floating vote kakado atraba dia ma. If you be mistake kakado be no be dia atraba ma. But I must say, have to appreciate the votes from 19,000 to 22,000. The votes different between Baba Jama, who was a minister, who was in power, who was a big man in the NDC, and is one of the astute lawyers for the NDC. Baba Jama, obtained by 5,528 on court school actually. A catch was a sandy power when you pay. If you bring the right person, the right candidate, the right product, we are ready to make sure that's having a better. Now, if you look at 2020, the NPP,
2020,
NPP, or my son Santicotocono, your favorite be press button, problem button.
Oh, I don't press it.
I won't press it, I won't pay. That is the NPP. Meant the Aquaswa, over here, see Kennedy to be my Bawumia to be my way, Brian. That is the nature of the party. Or more, Nasa Chabla Sisi,
party stable, won't pay.
Nasi breaking metum, and dosomun tasente semu, and my man for a firm of soon as a momo party in Sanamoti. If there is peace, won't pay more button.
There's a confusion button.
I say, one pressing and among elements more. That is the NPP. The NPP did one thing that was more serious and more damning before the 2020 elections.
Oh, yeah,
they went after Amasi.
So are they?
Amase, about for Phyllis, Amase, or you pro Bawumia, or you pro Ken Sanomano, and Amase Parliament on Cambro for Sanomano. Yes, I have a couple of football parliament and your papa. No, we cannot make sure, sir, a constituency made for intellectual and elites. People who go there to exhibit intellectual honesty. And it's uncle for what should we bring Amase? Lasisi, they go for that was the breakdown of the MPP. They went for internal elections. The internal elections are Motu Abano. Nipa Motu Abano 227. Etwaba Edima Urani Ed Eneskumi. 223. Etwaba Edima Amase. Surprisingly, Nipa 4 na Etwaba near 227. Edima Eneskumi. Yes, it's Nipa 4 in Umu. Nipa Mawo, their disease. But the Abon captured them to be alive people.
No Motu Eneskumi.
No Motu Eneskumi. That was where Amase and Koffons are. And yes, idea, you better skirt and blouse. The basic, we can less who be the PC for the MPP. Yet, Amase, the victim said, never man for Betono. Name one because of machination, ye chimney Spencer, Chip, Bonipace, and Winipan Sadia. When it gets to the general elections, that is the real post. That is where you are going to deal with the matter.
Yeah.
Lasisi. In the 2020 elections, I must say in Kamu, Ernest Yakumi for the NPP, 18,724. From 22,000, drops to 18,724, representing 48.5%. Henry Yadom Wache, on a call for the NDC, 19,899, representing 56.1%. Now, Shadila Sisi. Now, the margin of votes I have 1,151. Rejected votes I have 541. Total valid votes 38,641. Shadie, I must say, I close to Gabriel joining now for the new patriotic party.
Difference of 5,000.
5,528. Now votes not dropping above 1,151. And where Crampon has even been a surplus for the NDC. So, the decision the NPP took prior to the 2020 election affected them in a negative way. The Biaman for doubles what take risk. Our risk now is the day they didn't be Yajuma. So the year we now sound into your favor means you took a bad decision and the rest was bad. So the risk the NPP to something NSL Kumibano was bad. In 2024, NSL Kumisa represents the NPP. Henry Boachi Adam represents the NDC. Now, the NPP, because of friction and fashion, it comes, oh, let's come united, let's do campaign with Biatuncha. Now, if you look at Orefeni Yakumi, on your 19,269, 52.83. Henry Boachi Adam, 17,206.
Okay.
The vote difference is 2,063. Nipa 36,475 na troba.
Okay.
Rejected votes are 494.
Wow.
Now the vote difference between Henry Boachi Adam and the Kumino, Yakumino, is 2,063. But let me tell you something. The 2024 election, of course, we are Kotia. But the ban for the coalition was the Tassano police station. They moved from the eastern region for the coalition because of Entokwa violence. Ya bubi pre pink sheet be presa yirano. Yes. And baby on ye yon coalition no Tassano police station.
Police college, you know.
It should tell you one thing. It should tell you so per constituents back one noa. There's that kind of fussy and unity war and Tokwa. It is a Kotia, so you should not joke with it. Now, ideally, and the Kumino or the MP for 1 man too.
1 man.
Yes, ideally. Because first of all, the NDC have to challenge it.
Yeah.
A court of competent jurisdiction. A more high court.
Yeah. And
the high court maybe come they even use the bench warrant to even arrest
and NS Kumino.
Me say that now we are swearing in of
yes, in any parliament
they no me swearing in of now was there. Now me kwame tam kuna brambo we at Parliament House. And who them who there be unya pini sanman and omo catch speaker across they should walk him out. And MPP for say he can carry his own cross.
Yeah.
Sorry, be as pay. Jechi question in 2020.
Yeah.
When the NPP force the belly be bad ya mark clerk, you know, and this force of Montias here, Jechi question is an old man enough to carry his own cross. They should allow him. And I shall sisi. E di dimwa. And a somewhere July. And I June say June or July. And a kumi nyanko ponto inside the free kumi na kumi koi. Ideally, kumi or the MP for only 1 month.
When ya na soon you MP guess 1 month.
One. MPP for mon kan committee assembly. Tama mo ye campaign. But say MPP for ka say and MPP for na atwe papa mu ama papa no as wanya problem.
What NDC for na atwe.
MPP for kan kore.
Ade.
Open kofo ba ko mo tete and the kumipa MPP was smart.
Ade.
I go look at campaign fashions and ewo. I must say, do baby. You see the woman organizer of the MPP. Your friend say KJ Mfua.
Yeah.
Who the say the political and kumino.
Yeah.
The political son. You see the woman is using her influence to make sure say she will fight against Amasi. A whole lot of issues in the course. I want to ask them. Any time I get you question dinner court and all cobano. Say get you question muya. And can is for our case and before I get you question. What are they telling us? I said, well, you should not even go there. That time you should not go there alone. Oh, you are going to preach good news to the people. What you can bring on board. Last is
say be a common side sympathy vote.
Dabi, I mean, I'll give you reasons. And last is a coba in a year and a community. The NDC, Nipana and or MP elected. He was the lead counsel. Adama Henry Boachi Yadum when they were at the court. I mean, true. Tessa me no. Na issue biaba. Na wababa family say me lead counsel lawyer. Na yakwa kodi asemi ni awie na asem na nko yam famaye. Na akonya fo frase ato e wo abusua ni mu a na mo ho kwan say me contest bi na ma contest. So if you look at Beduna, he was a former secretary. He's a lawyer. And he on mom na oye the lead counsel. Edema over friend Henry Boachi Yado. And I'm quite internal. And at that material moment, I said to myself, say, the NDC research team, they're doing a good work. Do you know why?
Maybe.
Obia, and Komekas, oh, Henry Boachi Yado appeared on the ballot seat on 2 or 3 occasions. Nanim your familiar. He gave a strong contest to already and Kumi.
Yeah.
And Kumi. And Asadia, we should not even go for even an internal primary. We should let him go alone. It tells you, say, the research team identifies, say, the man is losing his grips and is no more popular with that particular area. Let's allow the delegates to decide. Congress will be first to decide. Let's go to internal election. Who wins becomes the president who will lead the party in the parliamentary elections.
Because Oman cast automatically the former parliamentary candidate.
And the 3 people contested. And I already friend Bedu.
Yeah. Bernard
Bedu.
No. Bibi.
Yes, Bibi no. Every year. Now, or when you know, if you look at Bedu now, he said Judas Iscariot. Hey, or you traitor. Aquawi. What they say, he can choke you at your back. Because they will see you papa here come back and a man for starting and trouble. We are going to register with his pleasure. Open one of the mature politicians I've seen, Bedu no come. Shall the man doesn't talk. He's an action person. On Kasa. But some you don't see them coming on social media, but they're doing their works. Obaja say, Enra, Nipa Bakoi was part of the coalition team. Edima Oran Dindi Bedu was a former MP. Henry Boachi Yado. The NDC was able to solve their issues and problems amicably. And this particular man decided, say, he wanted to offer his support to Orendi and Bedu. So, Henry Boachi Yado not first. People feel and think that you go after Bedu is now working with Bedu doing campaign for him as a brother. Now, if you look at the New Patriotic Party, the New Patriotic Party didn't go for internal elections. They did a handpick. At that moment, one by yarding to a point to say, I must say, so Omukofa, I must say the bar. And there's coming for because there's that kind of friction and problem in fashion in the camp, it is going to affect it because coming for we are going after Mamena, your friend Amasi. What I mean by you said you have to be a question and Omokasa. Now the NDP didn't go for internal. I must say, open it about too popular in the constituency. On some friend who come, open it about is offer solutions and help for the youth, creating employment is this particular young guy. And it didn't Solomon Asumadu. And you go first from Asumadu. Now Asumadu the end day. Or no, he's not coming from
any camp.
But the question is, how many people will understand this? I want to ask, when they were doing the campaign, where was Amasi?
In the constituency.
Yes. Ebia Asumadu is not part of any camp.
Yeah.
Where was Amasi? Where was my friend Ken Agyapong? Ken Agyapong and Neba and Eskumi. So where was she? Potwaba.
Amasi.
Dabi Zana Messi. Whether it might be true or not.
So Okoya Kebe who on TV so. But Ken Agyapong Buamwa
because I want not to know. Say for this Takrasi or day. Not to know.
Yeah.
Mameno no what the main 3 parties or Mame Tuabedi.
Yeah.
And eventually, election no more coin. The NPP lost the elections. Let me tell you one thing. It tells you, say, the New Patriotic Party, they have a problem. Still, Ghanaians has not forgiven them. I'm being honest with you. You
Ghana
know,
phone 5.
Ghana for them, they did Ghana for. You are Ghana for come to abaditi. Still, Ghanaians in Franko. So the Ghanaians feel the pains, they feel it. It goes through their veins. They still feel. What's that? What me do, bonnet? Not Nipani, I've been saying, be our boy, we have you. Now, who anyone want Kaiser Akko with him, not the mean now, we know. I damn the mayor. That is what is happening to the NPP now. The NPP should come and render unqualified apology to a lot of Ghanaians. Tell them so my mistake.
But also, frankly, so on what research? I don't know, Solomon Asumadu.
Me so I must do only camp bia. So the better issues bia man. Ebu san come to aba. And they have presented the right candidate.
Well, I must say, on team over 60% was a camp 70%.
Yan farmer no. Me dem ti yakwa say do baby. I must say kunu no campaign to NPP. The matter no. Say do baby. I must say kunu no campaign whether reality or not. I can't but this is what I'm hearing. And I'm saying they made it no.
Yeah. And
today, I spoke to 2 people. I spoke to the MP elect. Then I spoke to Nipano or Olusu. Let me give them a standing ovation. 2 two matured politicians.
I almost say.
Let's see, two matured politicians. Obia Sama all can be actual say. These are people who are young but very, very intellectual. Okay, Asuma do know. My respect for him has risen to 2,000%. Do you know why?
I don't care that same.
Let's see, questions that me did run. Say, Oyobia, he wanted to make sure say he will live by the questions. And can someone be can what? One was say, this is the choice of Akwatia.
The Akwatia for some pain.
What can I say about it? When you ask him, he even went ahead to even congratulate his own brother and say, maybe I didn't bring it here. Akwatia, you any punto no wedding or more game. Now, maybe son is now the amount of beer loose. Let's say, Dabi. Obi wa. After the Wabi portion, after one of best at it. And away, come away, can I do a say? And be a young so. And remember to be Bruno so. Now, if you listen to Bedwa, Bed making one profound statement. Say the decision by the new patriotic party not to do internal primaries aided him.
The MP before internal and a buano.
Because na MP before the baby na support and they had issues with it. Oh, man wanting mama kasa. By the day of votes, I will register my displeasure by voting against the new patriotic party for taking a decision that is unpopular in the eyes of the delegates. Lasisi, Ghana, Addo me yani said the NPP, the national returns account. I'm being honest.
What's it?
The national returns account NPP.
Yeah, party.
It is depreciating at a faster rate, at a faster speed. Where NPP, a free assign of by election, the NPP, when it comes to elections, they've not won. Assign of they lost. The general elections, they lost. Mebwa. Ablekumanov rerun they lost Akwatia Omalusu Tamale crowd almost amungo because they know they will lose. The data doesn't speak well for them Tamale, so they know they will lose. So if you look at the NPP, it is now time for the executive to sit down. Now one kasa shawo Nabisa who say, is that the same NPP or this is a different NPP? Chabutasma make a show you.
Franko sit ya. What from 92 per successes no party wa benefited kesi nya more votes MPP
Daniel I have 4-4
but because with more votes yes
MPP
I'm say so if MP be corner so call it tan say
me say Emra time I'm at studio now say kwade hwem no send me message omuni come board first from say kai
what so why would the MPP get 25 votes in the polling center? And this I'm telling something.
I make I'm say. Omni candidate first and I'm say, hey, I'm a callers in the craft for no more. So they say, me see team that's what young baby. I'm one I'm so there. I'm on votes now. 350 NDC. NPP, every 50, every 44, every 27. It tells you, say, the NPP party is no more attractive. Political party, Diano, this kind of danger, they go there. But how to elevate from this kind of problem one we are anything a two CPP.
So, Franco, do you foresee this current MPP executive elevating us from this problem?
Nasisi, Dekeka Kennedy difficult.
Is this or Menkata or my junior manesi and I say
I don't you see identifying the problem is part of the solution.
Because this time no, I don't want to single be a GFK. You're acting as a chairman, you're an Abibo, you're treasure. Party national executive, if we were able to take concrete decision and make a suspending Porafoko and Agye Agyapong from the party a benefited partner. So the National Executive Council, what do we see? Do they also see the same?
The NPP party is unattractive.
Now, party for
maybe but I'm telling them the NPP party is unattractive.
The party that was meant for the people.
That's easy.
The people's choice.
It's not meant for the people anymore. Now it's not meant for the people anymore. Ghana for your NPP for the Omakom. They still look into the face of the NPP no Makai.
But Franko, I say okay. Dr. Bawumia say I can't pay.
What is someone catch them?
2020.
What is that? Why don't we to Motiasi?
Okay, I can't pay. Also, yeah.
Remember. Sasa Mokan. Omotiasi.
I can't percent. Pero 50 plus 1 the ID president. TS Afanonko.
Lasisi.
Franko de.
Why because I said biasa can I pay you're not a student of politics.
Why?
Ghana elections no tiasi.
Are you saying Dr. Bawumia is not a student of politics?
That's what I make us say. Mahusa man phobia kwa t-shirts and I can I look into their faces then I laugh.
Why?
People who are intellectuals and else and for politics I say try to exercise intellectual dishonesty. Hey, what's it I can now if let me take it from even 2018.
Okay.
Now the down kwa Akuffo the voice difference between Oni Obra and Dindi John Evans Atamos a new 50,000.
No 50,000.
30,000 for new papa.
Okay.
Eh? Now down kwa Akuffo it took him 8 years. 8 years to break it, whereby you have to even get surplus.
Well, Nanado after second running yana onya 49.7.
In 2008,
onya 0.03.
In 2008, you to about 3 times.
Yeah. First one, second one, time.
In 2008,
yeah,
you to about 3 times. Time when I Jay Akuffo, the National Security or Interior Minister at that time, a referred Kandapa, he looked straight into the eyes of the president and told him the security and breaking. At that time, the NDC was in opposition. When I change Rollins, you took a woman born in such a Pamoja Pompeba or the handkerchief to check your campaign.
Yeah.
In 2008, John J. Rollins did a lot of campaign that John Mahama and John Evans at Tamas.
Yeah.
And they won the elections. Now, Akuffo, it took him 8 years.
Well, to create the vote difference of 0.03.
Me say, John Dramani Mama, close to 1 million votes. Close to 1 million. On quad of ballot box and 3 or 4.
So I can't pay any feasible.
What can I know? I say,
Second 9% pay the source to
no 9% I had a
so 41 the a war a chain.
New public cast in Bias now full politics. Anytime you are going for election, you start from 0.
No. Your former flag by Dr. Bawumia said you're 41%.
Hold it right there. The last election, before any internal elections, some Mahamudu Bawumia said 61. 61. Can Mahamudu Bawumia still tell was 61%. Then he stopped doing campaign, managing campaign cry. Because MPP for 50+1.
Yeah.
If by that analogy and assumption I understand how they are not correct, why is he doing campaign? When you have 50+1, automatically you have become the flag bearer of the MPP. Why is he doing active campaign? I'm asking him. They are tossing me. Key actors, I don't do the nature of campaign man to say Camo, Dr. Pagriff, more, your friend is a Pakukwate more,
Brian
Champon, good. I don't do a campaign man today. They are also going as independent people who are also going to make sure some quality or Muswaba.
Yeah.
Is it the same 61%?
No.
And terms of election, they started from 0. And Mahamudu Bawumia, someone can want to say, what I say, you know, make that kind of statement. Let's see. If you look at the 2024 elections, we're 9%. We're 9%. 9% of 1.7 million votes. 9%. And saying
1.7 million votes.
Divide 1.7 divided by 9. 188,000.
To 1%.
1% be 188,000.
No, Dr. Bawumia pay.
1% be 188,000. So where is from 9? I can't pay. Where is it from? Mahamudu Bawumia, Mahamudu Bawumia have a problem. People around who always create problem for him. And Mahamudu Bawumia also have that courage aspect to come on the podium and says, I can't pay.
But I nearly got 42%.
I
can't pay.
Uncle Mr. Akuffo. Akuffo nearly became the president of the Republic of Ghana in 2008. He just needed only about 1 or 2% to be at the cap 49.
0 point, because 49.7.
Or then 1%. No, 50+1. And no Akuffo don't need money. Now you work 9%. And yes, he's not even do internal campaign.
So the MPP chance of becoming or forming a government in 2029, President Dr. Bawumia, can't we make the 9%?
We make a wuti. Una 9% can say for. I also try to 9%, and I'm going to say for. As I to 9% or can I say for. Me say 1% be 188,000.
Per Bawumia calculation.
What's that?
Per Bawumia circumstance.
1.7 million divided by 9.
188,000.
And to move back 1% to be 188,000. What are you telling me? What I didn't ebia Mahamudu Bawumia 45% and now 46% and now 47, 48% do. Lasisi, the figures are big and huge. They say, if you have Boga, if you have Burkina Faso, 89% no more can. They should bring it to nominal figures. So I'm smart. So what idea a year 50 plus 1. Now what 41? Who's 9% in the movement?
Yeah.
Why are they not talking about the nominal figure? Say, I can 1.7 million votes for us to break up. And why you say, oh, Ben John Dramani Mamo, now have a per surplus. What are they telling us? And what is the problem? And when I want them to convince me as to why they are saying it's a 9% pay. Let's see. Me man come no crunch. Me say about 2 years more. If the NPP doesn't win in the 2028, it's a foregone conclusion the NPP can be in opposition more than 16 years. Hey, when me cast my say, I mean cast him. If John Mama, the Oye, he's enjoying goodwill now. Mama who nyanya. So Mama who started say a year here. That is why people begin to feed on Mama.
But I even thought so here quite first you Chief Justice now. Kaba affect a kwatia.
I mean cast him. Ghana hano. No maybe who man for being issue. No to say na no dem nipa Musa Dankwa ka say me say okoye research bi na research no okubisa Ghana for do na so many hu do say no many age say o mai Chief Justice na di as o ka say 50 na say Musa Dankwa we dem nipa no Franko wo so kure ewura adwom for do say pa the Chief Justice
and you only
be to ni makon ni nchini ni Jenia or the Chief Justice
because order to banko de nchini no
or the Chief Justice
on fa court nya hwe
I mean case
onye litigant
whether you like it
now only case be also court
Akwatia is a mining zone it's a mining area. And nipa no won check it I won check it their boys need pencil benya minus hanuman. And if you look at the campaign message, the NDC was preaching what people wanted to hear and the NPP was preaching a different
because NPP or say NSKumi at the Munina Shem nipa do meda shamo ana monto aba ema me esa NSKumi cry your ho ne sama be sama nche
and no akwa no sun your power say yo o sere eni osun papa wa bregu ade wa bra panya na nyame atoa firi agye nyame afrɛ na firi nsa na ase akonkofo na mpesa be kobo we la sisi John Mama to be 4 years we I don't know the kind of candidate the NPP will present and I don't know the kind of candidate the NDC will present. It might depend on the kind of product that they will bring. That's what I say.
But frankly, my dear, in Akwatia, Honorable Ken Agyapong, na NDC form your campaign. Obi share NDC at other council party for say. Somebody Kennedy Agyapong ba you better Obama.
Me, I say me can be. I've seen people are more the opposite side, or me NDC for coming out to say. Some they say papa we bad here. Those say me NDC, I'll vote for the person. I've seen a CPP person. I've seen this. For the first time, I will know to say Kwasi Price speaking positivity about Kennedy Agyapong. I say, hey, what's it saying? When you was a near be crowd hairdresser or so and a hairdresser and a car see Ken. Wow, ni papa paya.
Yeah.
Papa. Wouldn't him now car see me fucking home. Then yes, Sika Christ or the broke be trouble. Kennedy Mudi organic, a genuine. Director Jeffers.
Yeah.
I bunu history.
I
yeah. And I teach him my north.
Teach him.
His love for Kennedy Agyapong. He's a businessman.
Yeah.
A wealthy man. Shabu, who penny papa when Yamia Shen will Yasia or come. Some Akuffo said this is the person that we want. Or cast what your daddy power as any power in open. May say, I don't know the kind of person or the product the NDC will bring in 2028. I don't know the kind of product the NPP will bring in 2028. The ball is in the court of these two political parties. One, they may be some NPP for say, do they need a president or do they need a flag bearer? They may be say, I want a president and also a flag bearer. They are tossing me the decision by the delegates. And remember, Ghana for which is serious or they are not serious.
But that's it. I was for Franko the hit and out and comedy at the shy blast. If I said I'm Austin, very rich at Akuffo.